Well, here we are, last day of Oil Camp 2, and it's time to put some of this learning that we had to good use. So, Jim Rohn said, don't let your learning lead to knowledge, let your learning lead to action. So, we've talked about a lot of things this week, haven't we? What I'm about to share with you, you're going to be needing your wellness workbooks for. So, everything that you see here, it will be found in that wellness workbook, and this is where you'll go to actually take those action steps that are going to be needed to put that learning to good use. All right, so we talked about some different things. We started off with talking about eating right, good nutrition, and then about exercise. You saw some great videos from Lisa and Scott on how to get good movement and get things moving in your body. And then we talked about resting and managing our stress. We talked about reducing toxic load and how to clean out our homes and how to clean out our bodies. And we touched on informed self-care, which is why we're here, right? And we talked about proactive medical care. When do we need to utilize the doctors and other things that are available to us to take care of our health, okay? So now what are we going to do? We're going to take some action steps, okay? We're going to put this to good use. So I know as we went through, there were things that jumped out at me that I knew that I could do better, right? And I'm sure the same thing happened to you. So we want to think about what changes can we make. So we're going to target a primary focus area that we want to work on. I know we did that self-evaluation early in the program where we rated ourselves 1 to 10, and we're not beating ourselves up over that, right? But we're going to choose an area that really resonates with us, where we think that just by making some changes in that area, you're going to make a huge difference in our health. So I want you to think about which one you want to focus on first. We're not going to tackle everything. Maybe there's a second one that's crying out to you and says, oh, I can't do one without the other. So if you feel that way, you can go ahead and work on 2. But some of the things we talked about were like eating healthier, doing better with our hydration, drinking good, fresh, pure water with lemon, getting more movement, good sleep, less stress, cleaning out the toxins from our home, cleaning out the toxins from our body. So what are you going to choose? And why is this worth changing? What is going to be different in your life and in your family's life if you work on this area, okay? I want to give you some time to think about this. How is this particular thing in your health impacting you? Do you have just no get up and go? You're feeling fatigued all the time, or you're in pain and you just can't really respond in a positive way? You're irritable because you haven't had sleep or because you're hurting? What's going on in your life that if a change was made and you felt better, what would be different? Why is that worth changing? How would your interactions with other people change? How would this new energy you have be put to good use? How could you serve others with that? Okay? So we want to write this down. Why is this worth changing? Okay. What actions am I committed to take over the next 7 days? Okay, so we're going to ask you to really dig deep and think about what you can do in the next 7 days to begin to make positive changes in your health. And we're going to create a game plan. Okay. We're going to write down actual steps that we can take in the next week that are going to make a difference, okay? So we want like 2 to 5 actionable steps. For instance, if you were not getting enough hydration, what would you do? Okay, yeah, you're going to drink more water. But what are some actionable steps you can take to make sure that that happens? Okay, you could set an alarm. Right? You could set an alarm on your phone to go off every so often, reminding you, hey, I need to get up. I need to go get a drink. Okay? You want to make sure that you have good fresh water that's accessible to you. Okay? So that will be another step, making sure that you have good fresh water that's safe to drink. And then what else do you need? You're going to want that lemon. Okay? So you want to make sure you have lemon oil and you have that with you where your water is. Maybe you'll want to invest in a fun glass or a fun stainless steel water bottle. Okay? So just these are some things that you actually say, this is what I'm going to do to take these steps. And that's a very simple thing, just to drink more water. But for some people, that will make an enormous difference in how they feel and their level of energy, in their being able to cut down on other things where they feel like they need this thing or the other thing, but really all it was thirst. Okay, so they can bypass that thing that they thought they needed for pain. Or they can bypass snacking because they're really thirsty and not hungry. Okay, sometimes our bodies are just crying out for thirst. So that's just some examples of what you could do. All right, and then each day that you complete the steps and you reach that goal. So if it was the water, if you were saying, I'm going to be drinking 64 ounces of water today with a drop of lemon in each one, and you did that on Monday, you check off Monday. Same thing with Tuesday. Okay, so you can actually see your progress through the week. We're not biting off a huge chunk of time saying we're doing this over 30 days or over 3 months. It's 7 days, 7 days. And you can visibly see right there, I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it. See, that's why we're not biting off all these different things. We're going to do one thing at a time, really focus on that. And it's said if you do something for 3 weeks, it becomes a new habit, right? So if this works well for you, you can do it another week and another week, and it becomes a new habit, and then change to another project. Take on something else new that can change in your health, okay, that will help you. All right, now, you've done this. How are you going to celebrate that you kept your commitment for a whole week, that you really made this change? What are you going to do to celebrate? You could get a massage, go to the spa with a friend, favorite book you've been wanting to read. Maybe you'll find your favorite spot, hole up in a hammock, depending on the time of year. But just do something that says, I took care of myself, I'm going to give myself a little reward. Maybe you'll go for a hike somewhere that you've been dying to go up and hike to a waterfall or something like that. But, go to the mall, whatever it is that for you would be a celebration. So take some time to celebrate that, because it's cool that you did that. All right, now, a lot of people have a hard time putting themselves first. But why is self-care so important? How effective are we in being of service to the world, to serve our families, to serve our community, to serve in our church, to do anything if we have no energy left to give, if we're struggling, if we're hurting, we're fatigued, we just don't feel good, if we're sad. These are all things that we can take care of by just taking some simple steps and changing a few things at a time, so that we are all that we can be to help change the world. So, we can't live our life's purpose if we're always feeling worn out. And then what ends up happening is our health becomes our whole focus, because we just don't feel good. So we're always like, I got to do this, I got to do that to try to feel better. But you're not doing the right thing. So this process of getting healthy needs to be taken care of first, so that your poor health doesn't consume all of your time and your energy. So we're going to do these little things that make a big difference, and we're going to take control back of our health, right? Because when we feel good, we can do good, and we want to do good. We want to do things that make a difference. Okay, so we take care of ourselves first, then we can show up ready to serve and ready to shine our light, okay? So we'll be better for our families. We'll be better parents. We'll be better grandparents. We'll have more joy in our life. We'll be able to serve in just amazing ways. Wouldn't you love to be able to go on one of the trips that doTERRA offers? Do you know they're open to all wellness advocates, not just a few people. They have trips to Guatemala, Dominican Republic, and things like this that aren't just fun incentive trips. They are mission trips. They are there. They're going to build clinics, or to build a community center, or to help educate a clinic about how to use the essential oils in their practice. You can serve by helping making up the things for Days for Girls. There's so many things that we can do if we're feeling well and we can get involved. I would love to go on one of the mission trips to South America and just help out with some of that stuff. I'm working on getting healthier so that I have the energy and I will be an asset, not a liability if I go on a trip to help, okay? So these are things that we can work toward. And I think it's really, really exciting that we can show up to serve, okay, that we can shine our light because the world is full of darkness, isn't it? And it needs our light. And we if we feel good, we can show up and serve. So don't feel like you're just being selfish because you're taking care of yourself. All right. Now, I want to share with you that the team that you're part of, I purposely named it Team Joyful. It's spelled Joiful, Joyful Living. And I did that on purpose because I want us as a team. And right now, we have over 22,000 people on our team. Isn't that awesome? It's happened little by little over the last nearly 6 years now. Just one family sharing with another family, sharing with another family, sharing with another family, and we are worldwide. We have people in, I think it's 22 countries now, all around the world, who are using the oils and sharing them in their communities. So we have become a movement, just our own team. It's just, I just love it. I love it. I love to go to bed at night and just think about the impact that we're making in the world. So I want us to feel good as a team. I want us to be able to change our world, to bring light into the world. We have so much to give. And if we are putting our best foot forward because we feel good, we have that energy, and we're here to serve, what a difference we can make in our world. As we go through the rest of the day, you're going to be hearing some more cool things about healing hands, and we're just going to open up some new things that maybe you didn't know that doTERRA was involved. And so I think you'll just love seeing some of these and adding them to the things that you've already learned about doTERRA. And we're excited for you to take part in that. All right, we'll see you soon.